Bobby here from Safe Stores in tax-free Portland, Oregon, and I want to be hopefully the first to wish you Happy National Quilty Month. Yay! So in honor of National Quilty Month, we've got a giveaway that I'm going to be doing this Saturday. Right here is a beginning sewing kit that's got scissors, pins, some thread, seam ripper with a seam unstitcher, not a golden one, a thimble in there, some markers, some needles, all kinds of fun stuff. The way you win this is you like, comment, and share. And what I want you to comment is either hashtag, which is the little pound sign or the number sign, sewing, quilting, embroidery, whatever it is that you like. Hopefully quilting, because it's National Quilting Month. And you'll automatically be entered in to win a sewing set valued at over $100. So right here, I'm sewing on the Janome Continental M8. And there's two models here. There's the M8 and the M6. And I want to tell you, who is it that would be interested in a machine, maybe something like this? And I'm not necessarily talking exactly about this machine, but there's things that quilters like in a machine. So what is it that make it a quilting machine? Well, if you're actually doing the free motion, you're going to want to get the bigger bay, which is going to give you a lot more room to work with here in the machine. And these two machines have a very large bay, but I want to show you kind of a game-changing feature that we have. So I'm just sewing little kitty cats here, and I want to show you some things that I like. So if you come in here, I can show you. So we have an automatic presser foot lift. So I'm just going to step on the gas. It's going to drop the foot and start sewing. Now, if I want to stop, it stops with the needle down, lifts the foot for me automatically. So now I can turn and I just step on the gas and it starts sewing again. So I don't lose my position no matter where I'm at. And when I'm all done, I push the scissors. It cuts, lifts the foot, and we're all done. How awesome is that? What a great feature. But I want to show you kind of a game-changing feature that's kind of the most advanced thing out there. And it's going to be a special type of walking foot. And I'm going to pull this off. And this is a normal foot and an ankle. And they snap on and off. And this is a special foot because it does 9mm stitch. Just means you get more needle positions. But I'm going to pop this on. And this is our walking foot. And it's got special feed dogs here. And if you look here at the bottom, they exactly match these ones in the back. You'll see that when I put the foot on. So all we do is screw this foot on, just like we do any other foot. And then we engage the walking feet. And you see them drop down. Now, I've got some denim here. This is really, really thick denim. And I'm just going to show you how tough this is. So we're just going to go in here. And we've got an adjustable needle plate. Well, we can be wherever. It doesn't matter. So on this machine, we've got width and length knobs are really cool. Some of the new brands are doing this, where you can adjust your stitch width and length with knobs, so you don't have to go in there and push buttons all the time. Makes it really easy. Kind of reminds me of an Etch-a-Sketch. Super fun. But I'm going to sew here through some thick denim, and I just want to show you how we can go right up and over. And you can see here, I'm going to slow this down so you can see it. But this is actually walking. Now watch, I'm going to hit reverse. And it actually pushes it backwards as well. Now I'm going to speed it up. And we're going to go right up and over. Look at that. Like butter. Turn it. We'll go back the other way. I'll do that again so you know I'm not cheating. Look, Ma. No hands. No hands. Right up and over. Super easy. So this is the most advanced walking foot on the market. It's built in. It's got complete coverage of the feed dogs, so you don't get any slipping. Now, I want to tell you, these also have a special little trick. I'm going to cut this. So right now, this walking foot comes with this one. So this is the M8 is kind of the cat's meow. I call it the Aussie model, the mate. Good eye mate. We have the M6 over here. That normally doesn't come with this foot. I'm going to throw it in for you because I think you absolutely need it. So no matter what model you're looking at, they're going to come with this walking foot. But I want to show you something that's really cool. So I'm going to take this foot off. And I'm going to swap it with what they call their high performance plate. And this has a foot that's set over in a very special spot. It's got the same little feed dog. Now this needle to the edge here is 1/4 inch. Now watch this. Don't blink. I'm going to change my needle plate. This easy, I can change my needle plate. I don't need to get out any special tools. And we have an HP. This is the high performance needle plate. Now what it does is it moves the needle over into the far left position, which on these machines is going to be the sweet spot for the perfect stitch. And what I love about this, let me get this lined up here, pop her in, is this gives me the most accurate straight stitch of any machine on the market. And I can drop our foot down here, and we'll just go right up and over. And I'll crank her up so we can see this just plow away. So easy. And the edge here is 1/4 inch, so it gives us that perfect gap. And then we've got markings here on the foot so that we can line everything up. So if we're doing heavy duty sewing, maybe bags, maybe canvas, maybe sewing on leather, this machine will handle it. It's got a special brushless motor, which is the most advanced motor system on the market today that's built into the machine. It has the strongest motor on the market. So when people talk about being, oh, my machine's super tough, this is by far the toughest. Now, this machine has one feature that the M6 doesn't have. So I'm going to come into here. I'm going to change my needle plate here. I'm going to put on our normal plate. And I want to show you what this has. Is called the Stitch Regulator. Now, Janome calls it their A.S.R. and they call it their Accurate Stitch Regulator. And I'm going to take it, and it's actually right here in this beautiful case. And it's got swappable feet. So here is the normal quilting foot. They have an open toe. They have one for echo quilting, or I like to use this for some of that puffier batting, high loft. It kind of helps spread it out, but you get little rings. So if you want to do concentric circles, you can line them up. Or what's unique is this has a ruler foot. So I'm going to push the little black button in the back here, and the feet pop right off. I'm going to put on my ruler work one, and we're going to put that on the machine. And then I am going to close out of there. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to go into here. Oop. And whoops, I went to the wrong one. There we go. We are going to go into free motion. Oh, it's got my there we go. Now I go into my shirt, free motion, right there, hit my A.S.R. So what this does, and we've got classes, we show you all this stuff, but I just want to show you what I love here. It automatically drops my feed dog, so I don't have to go in to do that. It's got a stitch regulator, so when I step on the gas, all I'm going to do is move the fabric, and it's going to keep my stitches even for me. And I'll show you how this works. So the faster I move it, the faster it goes. The slower I move it, the slower it goes. But what it does is it keeps my stitches all nice and even for me. And it gives me the ability to use this big workspace to finish my own tops. I also have this extension table that comes with the Janome M8 model. Now, as you move down to the M6, you're going to lose a couple of things, i.e. this doesn't have a plug in the back, so there's no way I could add this stitch regulator. So if you're interested in a machine that has a stitch regulator, you're going to need to be looking at either the M17, which is their flagship sewing and embroidery machine built very similar to this, the M8, or the 9480. All those machines are going to be able to use the stitch regulator. Other than that, everything that you've seen me playing with over here, this machine will do it doesn't necessarily come with. So I'm going to jump over here to our M6, and this is a great machine. I absolutely love it. And I want to show you something that's really cool. So this one comes with a straight stitch plate, and I kind of want to show you how this works. So we're going to come in here. We're going to do the same magic trick. Bada boom, bada bing. Pull that off. Now this has 3 separate holes for our straight stitch plate. Can you see that? So depending on where I put my needle is going to dictate what kind of a straight stitch I get. And what I mean by that is, if I'm going to come over here, I'm going to do OK. We're going to close out of that. So now my foot, let me take this off so you can see. And actually, I'm going to take the whole ankle off because I'm going to put on my walking foot. So when I pick the different stitches here, you can see that I have the ability here to move my needle. So right now it's going right in the middle. So on every brand of sewing machine, when you're doing your straight stitch plate, this is what we're talking about right here. But when I come into here and I go in and I want to do my piecing, watch what happens. Watch the needle. It jumps over. Do you see that? Now it's going into this hole. But if you notice, this hole is an oval. It's oval. And the reason is I can come in here and I can actually adjust my needle position. So I can move it so it comes in right in the middle of the hole, or I can move it over to come in on this side of the hole. You see that? So what that does is allows me on the machine to dial in the perfect scant 1/4 inch. And I have the ability to dial that in. Now, these feet here on these, they're swappable. So I can pull it off. And I can put on a 1/4 inch piecing foot. And I will tell you, you will never find a machine on the market that makes a more accurate piecing stitch than this machine here. With this walking foot on here, it is amazing. Amazing. So we now have it locked in, locked and loaded. And I can put my foot down. So we'll put her up. And I'll just run a stitch down, right down here on the side. And you see that? Let me slow this down so you can see it. You see it pulling? Can you see that sewing? So it's actually pulling that fabric in, and it's locking in the perfect 1/4 inch. I've got my pivot function, just like I was talking about earlier. Hit my scissors, cuts, lifts the foot for me, but you have the most perfect 1/4 inch stitch on the market. Awesome. Now up here, it's asking, do I want to do it the same size or do I want to do it a different size? So a lot of us, when we cut our blocks up, we've got a bunch of little pieces that are all the same size. So we can go through and just feed that monster one at a time, and it's automatically going to sew and stop for us. Perfect, so I can chain piece. I don't have to worry about it running off on me, jamming up, anything like that. Makes it super simple. I also didn't get an opportunity to show you. I want to show you these this needle threader here. So I have unthreaded the needle. And I want to show you here. Let me take it here. Take her up here and cut. You ready? Don't blink. Don't blink. Just threaded that needle. How easy is that? Easy is fun. Now, these machines are designed from a commercial state of mind. So they're made to use these big cones. So you can put big cones, little cones, any kind of cones you want. We have an automatic bobbin winder button, so you can wind a bobbin while you're sewing. Has a separate motor. We've got a lot of great features on these. We've got a special price on these machines for National Quilting Month. And we take trade-in. So if you've ever thought about upgrading to a new machine, now's a perfect time to do it. These are awesome, awesome, awesome machines. If you're unfamiliar with Janome, you've got to check them out. We've got special in-store pricing. So you can go on our website, safestores.com. You can check them out. I'll put links to the 2 models in there. But please call us up. We've got special pricing on these. And I just want to show you one other really cool feature. So this one here, the M8 and the M17 are the only 2 machines that have this. I want to show you. There's a little wheel here, and it's a thumb wheel. Okay? And what it does is I can raise and lower my needle with my thumb. How cool is that? So if I need to move that needle, I can drop it, line it up exactly where I want for precision stitching. Now I want to show you, I brought these samples over here. Jimmy is piecing these, and if you get in here, can you see, Tim? If you get in here, can you see how perfect these points are? Can you see that? And I'm not just picking one. These are every one of them. Every one of them. Right on the money. Right on the money. And I'll tell you, this is one of the things that Jimmy always told me. He said, what just makes, and here's some that he's in the process of piecing. He doesn't know I'm doing this. Look at this. I'll open it up. Look at that. Right on the money. Couldn't be more perfect. So it's one of those things when you have the right machine, the right equipment, it makes it so much easier. Even something as simple as piecing as it should be, sew in a straight line, when you get the right machine, it makes it so much easier. So I want to invite you to come on in, see the Janome machines in action. If these are a little bigger than what you're thinking, they have the 9000 series. You don't have to remember all this. And then they have their Skyline series. They've got 3 special anniversary models that they have. Some of them also do use the AccuFeed, that walking foot I was showing you. But if you haven't seen that walking foot in action, you've got to see it. Come on into Save Stores. Give us a call, 503-775-7283. We'd love to see you and have a great day. Remember, like, comment, and share. See ya.